Welcome guys, what's up and I hope you're fine. In this video, I'll be showing you another trade breakdown on how I traded GBP CHF. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button and let's learn. I always start my analysis from higher time frames. I always start my analysis from higher time frames to get an overall perspective of what price is doing at that time. And this was actually a very simple trade, very easy. If you know what you're looking for, it takes less than 10 minutes to see it in the market. So if you are new to forex trading, just keep learning, don't get discouraged. Over time, it gets easier. Now, from what we can see, we start our analysis from the left side of the screen. What can we see here? If you are new, you can go watch my videos on market structure. They are in the channel, so you can learn. We can see that for weeks and weeks, GBP CHF has been pushing to the downside. The Great British Pound and Swiss franc has been pushing consistently to the downside. And we can see that this consistent push has continued for weeks. So simply means logically I'll be looking for sales in the market. And not just looking for sell, where exactly should I sell the market from? So it is one thing to know what you are looking for, it's another thing to know the precise location to which you enter such trades. And this was the first time I caught this. Notice this was the trade idea behind me entering this market. There was a sweep of this structure here, marked to this XX, and there was a breaker structure here, another sweep marked to this XS. And a pushback, there was liquidity at this point before breaking the structure. You notice price came, swept structure, had this liquidity here, and I knew that price will definitely take out this liquidity. Notice price came straight here and boom, a 7-hour trade. But around when this trade played out, this exact trade, I was not active. Around this particular trade, I wasn't active. So my main focus is around this trade, this one. So let's learn. What was the reason behind me entering this trade? Let's take this off so we don't get distracted. So focus around this point. While price was pushing to the downside, this was the major higher high. Sorry, lower high. This was the major lower high. And this was the highest point it got to. Around this point. This was the major point it got to. And I knew that, okay, price will definitely come around this zone. Reason being, this was the first break of structure. One, price formed lower high, came around, danced around this zone, broke structure again. Two, you can see me, I marked it out, BOS. Then, notice that when price took out this liquidity, price was coming to the downside. And I knew that this was the main high that price needed to retest. Notice that price broke structure again. Broke structure again aggressively because this was an inducement. Inducement simply means it will induce a lot of sellers around this point. Sorry, around this point. This was the first inducement. Let me mark it out for you. This was the first inducement. Or mark it with this dollar sign. So I knew that a lot of sellers sold from this point. And if you had gotten it, you'd have maybe make quick profit, quick scalping. But that was not the main swing because you have to look for the main swing from created swing, which in this case was the inducement. So I knew instinctively that this was the point price was coming to because it was clear, break of structure, pushback, forming this inducement. You notice that when price got here, it was still dancing. Price immediately reacted from this zone. Immediately reacted from this zone. So when price reacted from this zone, this particular zone here, if sellers had entered from this point, it would have hit their stop loss. So what happened? This was now my supply zone. Simple. This wick of this candle, because you can use the candle body sometimes, but for accuracy, at some point you use the candle wick. You only use the candle wick where there is a big wick either at the top of the candle or at the bottom of the candle. So if we have marked out the whole candle, yes, it would have still been good, but that would have messed up our risk to reward. It would have been theory risk to reward. So for proficiency and efficiency, a new price will definitely get here, but not take out this top that I have marked. A new price will get here, but not take it out. So I simply waited. This this trade took a long time. Started from on the 25th of July and ended around 3rd of August. So it took a lot of time, about 6 days. So what happened? Price immediately reversed to this point, taking out all the liquidity around here. Let me take this off. Delete, delete. Notice this was the main liquidity. Main. Every other thing happening around here was just minor structure. And if you entered here, it would have worked for you, but it would not have hold. This was the main liquidity around here. So when price took it out, boom, straight to the downside. And this was how much I made from this trade on my Forex account. You can see it on the screen. If you're new to the channel at this point, please smash the subscribe button. More of these videos will be dropping subsequently, so we all learn and evolve as traders. Thank you so much for watching to this point. Stay blessed. See you on the next one. God bless you.